The Stack. People, Business, Technology. With Dan Tomaszewski of Everything MSP.
Hey everybody, Dan Tomaszewski here with Everything MSP. Welcome back to another episode of The Stack, where we focus on people, business, and technology. Today, we are talking with Jesse Tuttle, who is with AP2T Labs. That's a mouthful, right? It's a lot.
It is a little bit.
Yeah.
So it stands for Advanced Persistent Threat Training Labs. So
There you go.
AP2T for short.
Exactly. And so you are a hacker who decided to use that talent. I say, talent because it is a talent towards a good thing. And that's where I think it's amazing where, you can use that talent to help in a positive way where, maybe others are using it in a different way. Maybe
I did at one point.
Right?
My background, I am by trade, trade, I guess.
Yeah.
I was a threat actor.
Yeah.
I was motivated on learning and exploring, and then kind of became a media horror attention, defacing for the laws and jokes, and it was fun.
Right.
Turned hacktivist and vigilante, multiple cyber wars, and then intelligence assets, and then a long stint on pretrial house arrest and a whole legal battle. So now today an ethical threat actor, chief hacking officer, whatever my company tells me I am.
Your title.
So I do work for my daughter that started up what we do today.
Yeah. So, when you think about, being a bad actor, somebody deciding to do that, right? You have ability to take that talent, do something good. You have the ability to take it in a negative manner. Like if you were to do it all over again, do you think that you would have continued down that path? Did that experience help you to get where you are today?
To be quite frank about it, there's no way I could excel at what I do and our company excel at what we do if we didn't have former threat actors on the team, such as myself.
Okay.
So I'm not the only former threat actor on the team. There's other ones that we're prospecting that we know very well. But it's a mindset. Yeah. What's the difference between a doctor and a ditch digger? It's the way they think. What's the difference between a Boy Scout and a threat actor? It's the way they think.
Right.
And I do tend to have a different view on a lot of things than most people.
Right.
So
I like to say that if you don't live it, you can't sell it. But
true.
That doesn't necessarily mean that all MSPs should run out and become a bad actor, right?
Not at all. No. There is, and I'm new to this community, but now as I'm getting more embedded in this community, I've been doing some speaking engagements. I've been meeting MSPs. I've been meeting other people here at this event.
Yeah.
There is a wealth of talent that I know many of them walk that gray line a little on the dark side for a while.
Sure.
And they may have just not taken it as far as I did. And so they are a wealth of knowledge. There is wonderful people. I'm absolutely blown away at this event, the people that I've had private meetings with or I've got to know now.
Yeah.
But it really is true that it's hard to sell something if you haven't used it, if you haven't walked it, if you haven't done it. And it's hard to actually know it if you haven't lived it.
Right.
Thankfully, I couldn't tell you how to go work on a car. That is not no.
Yeah.
I've never even changed my oil, brakes, nothing.
Exactly.
Don't ask me for that advice.
Right.
So, but when you need that situational thing of a threat actor's contacting your company or extortion or what you need to know before that happens, because that's going to happen to every single person.
Yeah.
And if it hasn't happened to you, it will definitely happen to someone you know, you love, you trust, and you care about. And so how do you even prep them for it?
So before we start getting into the good side and flip the story, can you give us a little background about how you got into hacking and maybe some examples of, those initial days and I mean, we all have passion, whether it's good passion or bad passion, right? Like, well, where did it start?
1994, teenage boy. I mean, there was awesome stuff. There was Doom, Duke Nukem, Wolfenstein 3D, After Dark screensavers.
Yeah.
And that was the foothold. I was interested in pirated software.
Okay.
Then it kind of kicked of how does this work? And software reverse engineering led to finding 0 days, to a whole crazy thing that eventually led into me joining the Hackwiser group, which on modern day standards would be an early APT group.
Okay.
We did a lot of website defacements, but behind the scenes, we did a whole lot more.
Yeah.
And I mean, we did defacements because it was all about reputation and, building up recognition in the community at the time.
Yeah.
And that was the only reason we did defacements.
Okay.
So defaced a lot of organizations. Almost all of them were for the laws. You got to have a good laugh almost every day. But,
so is it like an addiction where, once you started doing it and you did, your first,
it was like kind of like an addiction, a lot more like a sport.
Okay.
So started out and started defacing, and I was like, okay, I didn't really want to do it. Got into defacing. And then it was this kind of dopamine kicking effect.
Right,
getting attention.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, this is kind of just fun. Something I never thought I would experience. And that just dopamine from the attention, getting literally media attention.
Really?
Oh yeah. And so then
local media, national media,
international media. So,
wow.
And I've been in newspapers, I know, from like New York to LA, Mexico City, London, Berlin, Beijing, Hong Kong.
Wow.
Yeah. So
incredible.
It's I'm in a number of like university textbooks as case studies, case exercises.
Okay.
I've been featured in comics along with like Kevin Mitnick, Captain Crunch, and Steve Wozniak.
Yeah.
The four of us make an appearance in a comic.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
So just some really things that I never thought would be in my future when I was a kid. But I mean, this triggers that dopamine that you're like, I really enjoy this. And then one day I found myself involved in a cyber war and resulting in billions of dollars in damage and becoming somewhat of a activist and vigilante. And I turned a U.S. intelligence asset and had an absolutely amazing time for the next couple of years.
Wow.
So until I got caught into a jurisdictional, I don't know if I can say this, you can edit it, pisting match.
Okay.
And, whoever knew that, local and federal law enforcement doesn't always click. I didn't know. I'm like a 21-year-old kid.
Yeah.
And I'm helping take down a human trafficking network. Local police says, hey, that should have been our jurisdiction. Federal saying that's ours. I'm their intelligence asset. And it's in my hometown, my county. And I'm like, I just got the short end of the stick. It's all covered on Wikipedia, though.
Yeah. Do you look back and think, what the hell did I do?
I did for a long time.
Yeah.
For probably 15, 20 years of my life.
Yeah.
I look back and it was like, what the hell did I do? Why did I do that? Huge regrets. But moving forward out of that, now that I work for my daughter and her startup, it's a cyber threat research and security awareness training platform. I am able to take my experience. I mean, I remember sitting there over a cup of coffee, talking with my handler and finding out about human trafficking.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm like 21, 22. I had no clue that modern day slavery still existed.
Sure.
I mean, I heard of people scamming and, whatever. I never really paid attention to scammers.
Yep.
It just wasn't on my radar. I was never financially motivated. It was all either curiosity for the laws and attention, and then as a hacktivist.
Yep.
So going through this, I became aware of human trafficking And I was mind blown. So I turned my entire attention to wanting to take down this human trafficking network.
Right.
And I was able to penetrate and take over their entire global network, which was a phenomenal feeling. Just to know that what they were doing,
Yeah.
and to be able to have a direct impact in crippling that.
Yeah.
What I seen there, I still think about it all the time.
Yeah.
Because we have people that walk into our office, professional athletes. We have owners of financial institutions or managers of financial institutions. We've had teachers come in, talk to us in our office and come in, sit down with my daughter, myself, close the door. They just start bawling their eyes out and they're like, this is what's going on. And they unload. I've been, I don't know if I can share it. You can edit it, but
Yeah.
I'm the keynote speaker for ASCII.
Okay.
I'm traveling with them this year. And more than a couple times, I've had people pull me aside after giving my talk. So it's hard because I'm watching people's lives being destroyed. And what we do, it's all about what we do. That's
Right.
why we do it. But, I have people pull me aside and they're like, man, your talk, can I talk to you in private? And I'm like, yeah, anything you say to me is totally confidential. Yeah. It will never. And I have people that pour out like, I was a victim of, I was trafficked as a child.
Yeah.
I was this. I'm being extorted. I own an MSP and I'm being extorted right now.
Yeah.
And I want to tell you the number of MSP owners that has told me that this year is staggering.
Wow.
No one's talking about this. And they're like, so let me, it makes sense because like they'll get time with me. I go in for the entire time of the ASCII conference. I'll be there. I come in the day before, leave the day after. Jerry and his team has enabled that so that I can give my time to them as part of their membership and guest there. And so what I do is I make myself totally available for anyone there. And I can almost always spot it because I will have an MSP owner come up or a manager or tapping them with text. And they're like, my owner doesn't know.
Yeah.
And they're like, here's what's going on. Or I got involved with this, or I was on here and started chatting, or I got a phone call and I got an offer or something.
Yeah.
Or I was doing some stuff on my computer and now someone's got all my personal data and is trying to blackmail me or extort me or do something. And they're trying to get me to flip on my company. What do I do?
So, I mean, that turning point, I mean, I can see we're getting choked up about it. I mean, that is an amazing turning point that, inspired you to use this towards something good. You could do anything in the area of cybersecurity. Now, when we take a look at the direction you have gone down as far as security awareness training, what led you to go down that path?
There's absolutely, the vendor hall's right there. There's so many amazing companies.
Right.
And a lot of them's been inviting me to come play with their product in our lab and our test environment in our office, going through a whole bunch of stuff. And I enjoy that. I enjoy the technical side. I was a 0-day developer, a developer and engineer. That's how my brain works. But people don't understand the threats that's out there.
Okay.
And some of our competition, I know the owners of some of the companies that do other stuff. It's really not competition. There's so many people out there that need help that I want to see every awareness training provider adopt and grow and do better. But the problem is people don't know. How do you know what that looks like and feels like in the experience if you've never had it done to you?
Yeah.
And to get a phone call of your own voice and then realize, what if that phone call went to my wife?
Right.
What about getting very convincing emails?
Right.
Emails that might be very personalized to you, that's going to lure you to click. I mean, that's what scammers do.
Right.
And then to be exposed to all this, the exposure is what people's missing. Why am I able to be confident in teaching people and talking about my background and how threat actors work, threat actor.
Yeah.
How are you confident in knowing how you're going to be attacked? You have to be attacked. You have to experience it on a Boy Scout level, a safe place to fail. And that's my daughter. I started up the company and it was her idea. And everything we do is her idea. She started college at 13, finished her bachelor at 17, learned ways to learn at rapid pace.
Yeah.
And I mean, in middle school, she was a solid C&D student.
Okay.
And it was like this overnight click, something she thought about, discovered, changed everything. And that's why we do awareness training instead of anything else.
So, I mean, to boil it down, the whole, you don't know what you don't know is so fitting.
Yep.
Yeah. And, any, examples of how that has helped someone, that education has helped them avoid something that could have been very serious and drastic because of those efforts.
Yeah.
So,
and one of the, we are very mission driven. I mean, it's all about helping people. So it's being able to give back and uplift and literally save lives, because I've had too many people come to us and say, I'm on the verge of committing suicide. Or I've had people come to us and say, hey, my husband, my wife, my father committed suicide a week or two ago, and I just discovered this was the baggage. And now I'm afraid it's going to impact our family. What do we do?
Yeah.
How did we not know about this?
Right.
And so getting that knowledge out to the world, the knowledge that I have and that my daughter has, and that the influence of people that I know that are former threat actors that's willing to contribute and bring this. That's our entire mission right there.
Yeah.
Just to get it to the world.
That's amazing. So as we wrap up, what's one piece of advice that you would give to MSPs about implementing security awareness training in their organizations to help their clients protect their businesses, but also carry that over to their personal lives? Because, when we talk about giving back, we are focused on, helping to protect our clients' businesses, but that education can help them in their personal lives too.
Yeah. Take some time out of your day. Take some time and truly learn. Stop penalizing people for failing. Stop. I mean, there's so many MSP owners, so many business owners that has practiced this mentality of don't open an email. How do you open things for insurance and HR or anything else?
Yeah.
That's a horrible mindset.
Right.
Open the email. Learn through repetition what to click, what not to click. Link, do I click it or no? File, do I open it or no?
Yeah.
If you don't know, ask. Teach this, have a positive environment, and talk about it more, because that's what people's missing. And then encourage your staff at your MSP, encourage them when they're talking to your clients, to talk to the end users, the people working there, to go home and talk to their family about it.
Yeah.
Have awareness training that can spread all the way down to the family units of the workers at the companies, so that they can share.
Yeah.
Because, I don't know if you're married. I'm guessing you have a son. I've met him. What's the most valuable thing in your life? I bet it's not this.
Right.
It's your son. It's your wife. It's your
2 kids.
So a threat actor may just go for them.
Yep.
When's the last time you provided awareness training to them? When's the last time that the people that get awareness training has been encouraged to go home and sit down and talk to their spouse, talk to their mom, their dad? Because I will tell you, my parents are elder. They're a little older than me. I mean, and they're not. They are now. I mean, they have me as a son.
Yeah.
But, naturally, our parents are not. They're sitting waiting targets.
Yeah.
One of the largest groups on rise for human trafficking is senior citizens as scam mules. I scam you.
Yep.
I take $1 million of your retirement. And you're going, oh my God, I'm ruined.
Yeah.
And I cut you a deal. Hey, I'll give you half of it back if you refer 5 to 10 people, so that I can scam them, and I just repeat it.
Right.
It happens all day, every day. And seniors fall for it nonstop.
Yeah.
Because they need that retirement.
Absolutely. Well, there we have it, everybody. Jesse Tuttle, AP2T Labs. Thank you so much for your time. Excellent conversation.
Yeah, thank you.
And everybody out there, have a great rest of your day, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care, everyone.
Thank you for listening to The Stack.